Hey everybody, welcome to Behind the Curtains, episode 14. I am your host, Art Strong. Today we're talking about armors for everyone. So, I've noticed on videos and forums, people complaining about clothes being on both male and female. And I thought I'd take this video. I do have one armor to show today. This is not going to be a very long show, but I have one armor I want to show off that I have made a copy for male and female. And I also wanted to use that as a demonstration to explain why I don't show as much of male or female both, and why it's a little difficult to make things for both. So what we'll do is I'll bring up the male armor first so you guys can get an idea what it looks like. So this is the tech armor. It's kind of cool. Something I had in my head. I wanted to try out. It's pretty cool. Nice little bits there. And then I'll show you the female version, which is here. Okay. First thing you're going to notice, there's subtle differences. And that's because, well, a female does not have the same shape as a male, and vice versa. So there's two reasons why I don't show both genders when I'm doing my show. There's three reasons. One's time, because the show would be ridiculously long. Some of you wouldn't mind that. I would, because I record it. The second reason is because there isn't very many changes between the two. So it's kind of redundant to show both when they really don't look a lot different, right? And the third reason, time to make it. And that's why I wanted to use these to explain what I mean by that, okay? Now, all this information that I paint on here cannot be transferred to this model over here, okay? Which means I have to make it from scratch. So, which means this armor has to be 100% complete before I start on this one. Or else any changes I make on this one, I'm going to have to make on this one. Do you see what I mean? So it's a slippery slope. I could start off, oh, this looks cool. And then when I get to the female, ooh, this looks cool. Oh, I should add this little bit and then this little bit. And then because of people wanting to be so neutral, wow, I can't speak today. Neutral across both genders, I try to keep everything looking as close to the same as I can. So if I add a new detail while I'm doing the male versus the female, then I'm going to have to put it on the male versus the female. Do you get what I mean? So like I said, it's a slippery slope, and I could work on it forever. So that's a major reason why I only show a male or a female, because 9 times out of 10 I've only completed the female, because that's all the time I had that week. And then I'll go back and I'll make the male version once I've kind of critiqued myself and completed the original, right? So I wanted to take the time to explain that, okay? Because it's not as simple as just taking everything and transferring over to the other model. And I'm doing my best. There are some things that just do not transfer from a male to a female. Like, I have a mini skirt that I made for the female. I haven't showed it yet. It's not done. I'm working on it. It's a skin tight mini skirt. Okay. I'm sorry, but you can't put that on a male. He doesn't have the hips for it. Which means and even if I did, I'd have to completely rebuild the model, right? For the male. And it would just look odd. But if people want it, I'll do it. You know, it's to me, it's going to look odd, but to other people, it'll look good. That's the whole thing, right? When we made this game, we wanted anybody to be able to do anything they wanted. So if you want to put a clown mask on one guy and a rainbow wig on another one, and a tail, whatever. It does. I mean, I don't. When it comes to that sort of thing, I don't have a very good imagination. But for me, I'm very traditional. I like technology. I like medieval stuff. That's usually where my mind goes when I'm making a character. But there's people out there that like just what most people would consider wacky. They love that stuff. Like, they look for the most obscure, weird thing to do to a character, and we want them to have that ability to be able to do that if they want. So if you want a mini skirt on a guy, we'll give it to you, right? But it's going to take time, because everything needs to be rebuilt. When we build it for the female, it has to be rebuilt for the male, or vice versa. Okay, so just something to keep in mind, guys. But yeah, I think that's going to be the show today. I realize it's kind of short, and I apologize, but it's been a really crazy weekend, because I've been having my car up for sale, and I've been trying to get people showing up and not showing up and all that stuff. So it's taking a little bit of time away from my regular stuff. But yeah, I like this armor. I think it turned out really, really well, and I hope you guys enjoy it if and when it ever gets into the game. I can tell you this, guys. Excuse me. I can tell you guys this. There is stuff going on in the background. The game is moving forward. Unfortunately, it's not stuff that we can show because it's boring. Who wants to look at walls and walls of text or code, right? Or a blocked out city with just gray blocks and I'm talking just blocks. Like, there is nothing to see but just blocks that are gray. There's no landscaping, any of that stuff. Like, who wants to see that stuff? We show pictures of it so you guys can get an idea, but there's no reason to do like full updates on that stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoy making them, like I said. I apologize for being a little content less today. Like I said, I've been pretty busy. But there'll be more of this stuff coming up. And I got something special planned for the live stream on Thursday. So I hope you guys tune in for that. But as always, thank you. And we'll see you in the next video. Catch you on the flip side. Bye for now.